Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Mana Talk. Mana meaning power. Talk meaning use your words. I'm watching this. It's fun. It's live. Um, I wanna show you. This is Alyssa Spencer. She's from San Diego, California, and I've surfed in the spots that she surfed in, and she's all throughout Southern California. And she's a great surfer, but she's up against a five-time champion, Carissa Moore from Hawaii, who is just amazing. But let's see. I think we're going to see her catch this wave. Right here. There it is. Now, let me just tell you something. She is 5'4" or 5'5", maybe 5'6", I think. But that wave, if you can see it, it's a lot of wave. That would be probably the biggest wave I've surfed in my life. Would be a outsized wave that big, and it's huge. You get beat up pretty bad, but she does a really good job on this, and I think she got ripped off. That's all I'm going to say. I think she got ripped off because her last wave was gigantic. The thing about these waves, just to let you know, is you're going down the face, you're hitting about 35 miles an hour, according to the wave and the movement of the water. And then you got to use your leg strength to cut that rail of the board. She's surfing backhand right now. She's goofy foot. This is called goofy foot, meaning when she takes off, she's facing. If you're facing with the wave, goofy foot means your body's facing to the left. The right. Okay, yeah, the right. To the left, yeah, to the left. And then so she's going goofy. She's goofy foot, which they call it. Just when you get up on a surfboard or a skateboard. Some of you probably don't know this, but you're either goofy foot or conventional, regular foot or right-footed or left-footed when you stand up. It's just natural. But in this particular wave, it takes a lot of force and leg strength to make that turn, and she needs to make the turn now. She needs to make that turn now to get up in where it's more vertical into the wave to hit the top of it and carve up into it. But the problem is it's tough to get that board to dig in that rail of her board, which is the backside right part of her board. As you can see here, she's going to start to lean and turn into this. I know this feeling. I've done it hundreds of times. It's fucking awesome. But you've got to be able to know what you're moving into and what you're feeling and what you're seeing. Your split second reactions, time to get your body in position to make the wave, for one, to get up to ride the balance. I mean, it's fucking takes years for most people. There, she could have turned a little sooner, but yeah, she kind of caught that when it just kind of faded away. Yeah, not a really great way for her. Right, let me see if I can get. This is Surfline. This is the World Surf League. It's pretty popular. Let's see if we can get. I want to see her catch this next wave. I scooted up a little bit. But this next one, it's a little bit bigger. No, I don't think it's this one. Maybe it is. Hang on. Maybe. Let me see. Here it is. This is the one. Now, the crowd goes wild on this when she takes off on this wave. And she's got 11 minutes and 30 seconds and counting to do whatever she can. They get 35 minutes out there to catch as many waves as they can, perform as much as they can. And, the waves come in every 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes. Sometimes a set, there'll be a lull for 7 to 8 minutes. So just getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 waves is, good luck. And it just depends. You just got to put yourself in the right place, the right spot, know where you need to be to get in the bowl, they call it. I think they're going to kind of pan away from this guy real quick. And he's, if you've heard of Surfline, they predict all throughout the world of waves. I mean, we're talking from Singapore to India to places in Europe, all throughout, of course, Hawaii and Japan and the West Coast and the East Coast, Florida, and on through up in some spots. And they even do Surfline and they give you wave predictions of the Great Lakes, because the Great Lakes actually has waves every once in a while, which is fucking nuts. And it's just super cold. Here's a set coming in. You can see those lines in the... Oh, shit. Can you see it? Yeah. You can see the lines in the background. And somebody's going to jump on this. So what you have here is you have two heats going on at once. And one will come in halfway through another one, and it's not one person against another. And here we go. Let me see. I think that's Alyssa again. She's just going to... Oh, she hits that just a little late. That's a lot of work to do that. I'm just telling you. Yeah, how you watching people surfing and surfing? At the press fit. Yeah, we sure are still. Yes, they are. Thank you, Jordan. She's going to go get taken out by a jet ski. She drops in on this. And she gets into it just a little sooner, but that wall kind of just disappears. And this is that kind of wave. It's not the same as Hawaii. A reef break just stalls. It's more vertical and round. These waves are very oval. If you look at them from the side, you can see the difference. Hawaii break, when it's over the reef, and certain reefs, it gets like that here sometimes at Margaret River Pro in Australia, on the western side of Australia. And there's Carissa Moore. She's a 5-time world champion. You can see the leg strength, right? Oh, yeah. She hits that pretty good. And I got to tell you, women's surfing has come a long way. There's no doubt. Yes, that is the Pacific Ocean, Australia. Part of the Pacific Ocean. Here we go. Now, Steph Gilmore I think she's a 5-time, and Chris Moore's a 3-time champion. But she's older. She's like 34, 35 years old, and she's been doing this for a long time. She always gets to like the top 4 or 5. She hasn't won a championship in a while. These are good-sized waves. I got to tell you, these are good-sized waves. When you're out, and there's a channel, thankfully, but there are waves you can go out and surf, and there's like no channel, so good luck getting out. A channel means a kind of a lull area where you can paddle around the wave and paddle out to it, which they kind of can do here. But once you get stuck in an area where it's big and the waves are coming down on you, you just get pounded and pounded and pounded and pounded. I mean, I remember paddling I remember one time I was out at Horner's in Kauai, and the waves were pretty decent. I think it was about 8 feet, maybe 6 to 8 feet. But there was a swell that came in that would just not stop. And I was paddling. It was probably at least 12 to 15 minutes, but it felt like an hour. Just continually just paddling. And what was behind me and I'm trying to get away from is these big rocks and boulders. Now, Sawyer Lindblad is from the United States. She's good. She's a really good surfer. I want to see what happened that last wave. See if we can get it. Nope. See if we can get. I mean, these are fun little waves, man. Totally fun little waves for sure. Look at Carissa in the back. Big drop on that one. But I think the biggest wave and the best wave that was caught between these girls today, well, over there before today, was Alyssa Spencer, and she got a shitty score. I don't know what the judges sometimes. I don't know who the fuck is doing the judging, but sometimes they're just. I mean, everybody praised the wave. It was the biggest wave of all the girls' heats, and this chick fucking just drops in on this monster, and it was. And I thought it was easily an 8.3, 8.4, 8.5. They gave her a 5.77. I'm like, what? Are you kidding? And here's the swell. Here's the sets coming in. You can see the lines. Right here, you're kind of paddling out a little bit. You don't want to get away from that bowl where it starts to shape, where that swell hits the reef and becomes shallow, and then it lifts up the wave. Sawyer Lindblad is with the bump. This guy's been doing the commentating for a long time. Not this guy. Both of these guys have. Oh, here it is right here. Wait. She's got 4 minutes left. She needs an 8.03 to beat Carissa Moore. And I mean, I dig both of these girls, honestly, but I'm more in favor of Alyssa Spencer only because this wave, now Carissa's going to get this. It's a pretty decent wave, but the one behind it, Alyssa's going to grab that wave, which is a decent wave. Now this one's pretty good size. She's behind it a little heavy, and she kind of gets him in the pocket, and then it kind of flirts out, kind of farts out on her. But this next wave, let's listen to the crowd on this. That was a good snap. That was a good on the back. That was a good snap. Watch this wave. This is the biggest wave. Big drop. Now turn. See it? Yeah. She's a little wobbly. Her boom. Oh, that was serious. Yeah. The I've got to say this, and I'm going to say it. The girls, their feet are a little close together. I would say probably the men's legs and feet positioned on the board are wider. Their stance is a little sterner. The better surfers for the girls will have more of a man stance. I've got to say it. And that was she did well. I think she did well on that. But I think she was a little wobbly, right? The board's a little bigger. Right? So it's kind of bouncing on the wave a little more. I mean, you've got to be able to catch a wave. You need a little bit longer board, for sure. Now, she's a 3-time champ. Alyssa Spencer's, this is her second time being on the tour, the World Surf League Tour. And Chris has been on the World Surf League Tour like 20 times. She's the GOAT. She's got a kid. She's got a husband. She's kicking ass. She's living in Hawaii. She's got sponsors. She's doing great. Alyssa's really new. She's the yup. She's the guppy. She's the grom. But this right here was just amazing. Serious fucking drop. That wave was the biggest wave of the heat, for sure. And that didn't give her any points. It usually does. Nice slash there. It hits it just perfectly. Great. Yeah, everybody's praising this wave really great. And then the fucking score comes in. She gets a 5.77. What a bunch of bullshit. She should have got an 8 on that, in my opinion. At least a 7 something. But a 5.77? That was bullshit. Anyway. All right. So, thank you for listening to that and all that stuff. Let's go to what's going on in the world. I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna play this because this is great. This is great. I've got to fucking play this. This is just Tuesday. I really mean and swear God, seriously, give you my word, true story, God's truth. I can't even say. I think this is the one. That is. Hold on. He's talking. Okay, just speaks to listen to this and all of Biden. All right, and this is what happened. I guess seeing this. Hold on. Here's the best part coming up. What? What? What did he say? Biden. Okay. Biden had an Obama flashback and made things a bit awkward. Did he mistake him for Barack? Just fuck. The guy's a goofball. That's crazy. That is nuts, people. That is freaking nuts. All right, I'm going to go through this. A couple other things I think that are very important. Again, this is my documentary. If you pay attention, fine. If you don't, that's just, it's up to you. It's still a free country. All right, so this right here, Anna Paulina Luna. This is serious, and this is something that for some reason just isn't getting any. It's the mainstream media is not touching this at all, and because they're with the globalists or with the pedophile, they're actually a part of the whole fucked up process. A friendly reminder that House oversight subpoenaed the records of the Congressional Sex Harassment Slush Fund, and we will be releasing them. Maybe we'll see more resignations. You never know. Now, we know that Eric Swalwell is gone. I'm going to get to that. And this is who we could have had. All right, let me see. Some people say, yeah. Some people say, uh, that's fucking crazy. She's probably just shit faced right there. Um, I'm gonna get to it. Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So Nick Shirley, COVID was the biggest scam in human history. Yes, it was. Biggest psyop, biggest scam. Harina from Hawaii is just a Demoncratic. She's on every medication possible. I guarantee it. I mean, if you look at a prescription history, I guarantee she's just, excuse me, she's just completely shit. I don't even know what that is. Hawaii is filing more for more firearms. Good. Keep going. Awesome. Everybody go get your gun. You know, if you're capable and if you're able and if you feel comfortable and if you think you're sane enough, if you think you're strong enough, and you have to have, in my opinion, if you're going to get something that takes 2.5 pounds of pressure to pretty much kill anything on the planet, then you better be responsible with it. You better be very responsible with it. Train with it. Take it out. You know, learn how to use it. If you need to get lessons, that's good. I've shot miniguns in my time, and I've come back to definitely defending the Second Amendment because it's just the right thing to do. You know, it's our thing, and I had no idea that WNBA had a draft yesterday. Had the draft. That's so crazy. Yes, it did exactly what it was created to do. Temporary patterns to cause mortality among U.S. nursing homes presidents. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, let me see. Swallow. There it is right there. So obviously our country's capital is infested with pedophiles and rapists. Right? Now let's go all the way back to Anna Paulina Luna. Right? Right here. So Swalwell and this other dude, who's a Republican, are involved in some videos and some pictures. And he's a Republican. And he's a Democrat. There's a very... I'm going to say this because I know it's pretty obvious now. There is a very insidious, heinous, disgusting... not regime, dark force that exists at our nation's capital. And it's not Donald Trump. You're going to say, oh, it's Donald Trump. No, it's not. And I could be off, but I'm saying there's the deep state. These people are just fucking sick pigs, right? So you've got the Democratic Texas Republicans had both faced potential expulsion votes after they were accused of sexual misconduct with staff members. Oh yeah, I'm sure that there's a lot of that going on. And there's Eric Swalwell. I don't know who this guy's name is. God, it'll come to me probably. But this is the shitty part. It's just crazy. So interestingly, Eric Swalwell, who's just been the big proponent and the champion of the Demoncrats, resigned. He's not going to run for governor. He resigned from Congress. But I always said, well, why would you resign if, just kind of like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I used to love, all of a sudden just out of nowhere says, I'm not running for office anymore. Because somebody said, look, you've got some shady shit. It's probably has to do with your insider trading and the shit she's and the money she's made, as well as dozens and dozens of others, hundreds probably, at the Capitol, at the U.S. Capitol, that have been investing, trading stocks, having the inside take on everything. Because when you make laws that affect industries, affect companies, affect the capital markets and the economy, you kind of know where you're going to put that. You have a pretty good inclination or a pretty good idea of whether to buy this stock or sell that stock. But, it's pretty obvious. And there should be a bill that they shouldn't be able to do that. Here's your $174,000 a year, and that's it. Now, if you want to open up a little business, you want to open up a fucking a restaurant, or if you want to open up a shoe store or something like that on the side, you're more than welcome to. Right? You're more than welcome to. Make money off of that. But when you start doing this insider trading shit, it's fucked up. Oh, there's Diana. Hey, Diana. Oh, she's just gorgeous. Catherine's cutie too. Oh, my daughter's fantastic. These are all cool people. My buddy Kikani Kaliakala. Kanipa. Alright. Oh, they just created. This is fucking crazy. They created the Nick Shirley Act. Stop Nick Shirley Act. That's basically what they're calling it. So, independent journalists cannot poke and prod to expose fraud or criminal activity or wrongdoings or bad people or bad things or evil. And California wants to pass a law so that he can't do it. Isn't that nuts? California Democrats just passed a law prohibiting the free press or one person in particular, Nick Shirley, particularly from investigating fraud, waste, and criminal abuse of their own state, of their tax dollars. This is not a joke. It's not a prank, and it's actually happened. This completely and thoroughly proves that the Demoncrats and the blue states are a bunch of complete and total criminals. Why other reason would you not allow people? Why wouldn't you? Okay, Eric Swalwell. If he keeps saying he's not guilty, he doesn't done anything, he's going to plead not. He's not going to. And there's videos. And there's people that the girl came forward, what happened, and all this other shit. But the thing is if you're not guilty, then why are you resigning? MTG, if you're not guilty, why are you leaving? Right? So what Anna Paulina is doing, this girl is fucking Wonder Woman, in my opinion, and she's huge. She's huge. And she's doing whatever she can to expose the darkness, the disgustingness, the sickness, the pedophiles, the abusers, the criminals. I mean, she's Wonder Woman, in my opinion, in Congress right now. At a certain point, the Wonder Woman was Tulsi, and Wonder Woman became one of the Eternals. I think Tulsi Gabbard became an Eternal, which is really high up as far as powers, as DNI. What is that? Department Intelligence, National Department of Intelligence, something like that. Department National Intelligence, DNI. And she's that person now, which is cool. But she has information. She can find all the information. Like I've said many times, when Tulsi Gabbard got that information, once she had that position of the supreme being of the world of intelligence, right? FBI, yeah, good, okay. CIA, of course, they know a lot of shit, but the DNI can poke and prod and go anywhere that legally she wants to. So people like Nick Shirley and others that are independent reporters, independent social media, whatever they're, influencers, whatever. Let them go ask the questions. Let them go show videos. Let them go find their information. But the problem is, for this darkness out there, for this disgustingness out there, for these abusers of our tax dollars, of people, the country, everything, they fucking are big. It's a big club and you're not in it. And I believe it's going down. I believe it's going to go down. I think We have the right people in Congress right now to help move that forward, but there's a lot of them that won't. And the ones that aren't helping Anna Paulina Luna, let's just say it now. You've showed your cards. If you don't want to know about this, what side are you on? If you're a Democrat and you don't want the free press or somebody to come up and ask a question to some company that a politician has helped or has a contract with or has supported in some way, shape, or form, and is associated with them in some relationship, right? And that company is fraudulent, like the Leering Center in Minnesota. The Leering Center, it wasn't Learning Center, it was the Leering. That was the actual fucking title on the front of their, that was their the signage on the front of their door, and nobody was there. It was all bullshit. It was all fucking fake. And it was terrible. It was terrible. And then Nick went to California, and this is everywhere. This isn't just in the blue states. I would say the blue states for sure have more fraud, more abuse, and more criminal activity from, and we're talking council members, city members, city standing mayors, council members, like I said, their states legislators in their houses and their senates of each, all connected. There's just so much. It's just so bad. There really needs to be a rake that needs to go through, and I'm really waiting for Tulsi. I'm really waiting for Tulsi to fucking go through. But the only thing I'm seeing, and then I got to do this here. Now, John Thune, of course, is a piece of shit. He's sabotaging the SAVE Act. And for some reason, Donald Trump just isn't connecting those dots, which is fucking frustrating as hell. It's like, dude, the guy is literally killing the Save America Act, the biggest and most important piece of legislation in this decade, probably of the century, right? And this fucking asshole is doing nothing. He talks about taxes, cuts, and he's not doing anything. John Leader says probably will win the midterms because of their record. No, you won't. No, you won't. We want that fucker out. Wow, that's crazy. All right. I'm going to go to... let me just look up Tulsi real quick. I got to show you this. So Tulsi, the other day... the Director of National Intelligence. Okay, there it is. She put this out the other day. I'm going to read it for you, and it's pretty blatant. Everybody pretty much knows this. I've known it since 2020, 2019, but now she has the proof. Now she has the information. Now, she pulls the Nick Shirley in a sense. Newly declassified records expose how deep state actors, I'm talking about the evil fucks, I'm talking about the Demoncrats, within the intelligence community concocted a false narrative that Congress used to usurp or to pull the rug from out underneath Donald Trump, that will of the will of the American people, and impeach duly elected President Donald Trump. It was the impeachment was bullshit. So with all this being known and all this being said, where's Pam Bondi? Well, she's gone. She left. So who's going to do anything here? Who is going to fucking do anything? And here I go. I'm going to go to my list. Here comes my list. You've seen it many times. I'm going to show you it again because it's important. All right, here it is. Here's the list. We the people want arrests. We the people want prosecutions. We the people want convictions. We want accountability. That's what we want. That's what we want. We want fucking accountability, man. Can we get a little accountability? You know, nothing has been done, right? Nothing has been done in regards to the Russia hoax, Benghazi, the COVID-19 vaccine death, Fauci and Bill Gates, the promoters of the vaccine death, J6 committee, Biden autopen. Nothing happened with that. Fast and Furious. Nothing happened with that. Burisma. You guys remember Burisma? Yeah, but fucking Hunter Biden shit. All that. Afghanistan was the fucking Epstein files, of course. Hillary's emails. Don't forget about Anthony Weiner's laptop. Cocaine in the White House. Nothing. Nothing happened with that. Doge finding. And the Doge findings, just countless steps, just continuous. Hunter's laptop, of course. And the 2020 election and Biden family corruption. Okay, just nothing. So what people are really worried about, if you go to this, and let's go to what people are saying here. All right? So she posts this, and let's look at the responses. We know all this. We've all been saying this for 7 years. We were hoping something would be done about it. Yeah, exactly. Right? Tulsi, I send you Victor Sugar's book, Biden's Corruption and the War. Yeah, right? So do something about it. Another post stating that at this point only seems to amplify further that nothing will be done. Every time they show something and allegedly throw this out there and allegedly throw that out there, and what is it doing? Oh shit! Let me show you this. Let me click back to it. Right. Yeah, so I went back to here. So I went back to this to see what people were saying about this, right? And she puts this out there. She's got this PowerPoint set up with everything on it, secondhand whistleblower, IGGs, and all this stuff I hear. And, I'll make it a little bigger just so you can see it. Weaponized whistleblower process, Russiagate author as key witness, false narrative to impeach, all this stuff. Okay, she's got all the information. Most of us know this shit. And I've talked about it many times on this fucking program. On here. I've talked about it several fucking times. Myself, everybody that's been on. Stevie's talked about it. A bunch of people have talked about it. But you've got to look at what everybody's saying here. Chances of this being acknowledged by CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS, MSN, Post, no, dead zero. Of course they're not going to fucking say anything. They never said anything once you put it out there. Seditious conspiracy charges should be brought. Yeah, everybody wants that to happen. Right? Whistleblower is Erica Cameron, works for CIA, registered dem, served under. Everybody knows this shit. We know more than she's saying. I remember all these names and all this stuff. I mean, she's putting it out, the generality of it and what's happened, this general terms. But we've all got the information. I mean, we could be the fucking Department of Justice and win the fucking case. Right? Bring people to trial. Lay out some charges. Some criminal charges in people. I mean, it's all right here. People have been posting this shit forever. Until this happened, nothing will change. I've posted this many times. Right? This one right here. I've posted this many times. And people are just, this is the same thing all the time. Today's Delta, just saying, now the Russia collusion is a proven lie. When do the trials for treason begin? Man, they're not. And I've seen this thousands. This is a good one. Waiting on anyone to be arrested. No accountability. It is sad, it is sickening, and it just keeps going. Wake up, nothing happens. I wake up. Democrats do something blatantly illegal. GOP politicians are outraged. Nothing happens. I wake up. It's just this vicious cycle. They expose all this stuff and nothing fucking happens. Coup d'etat just continues. Knowingly committed sedition and treason. Absolutely, we know this. I could prove that. I myself, with all the information I have, put me in a fucking courtroom, and I guarantee you I could present enough information to at least start discovery, or at least start the trial. But for some reason, these great attorneys and these great Justice Department people just don't have a fucking clue. No, it's embarrassing. And it's what we did not vote for. Nothing. Don't ask me for advice. I still think hanging treasures are right. Of course. Sidney Powell, remember Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani? They're also demanding stuff for J6 too. They both are in a sense. Rudy Giuliani's kind of. Adam Schiff liar, most likely to stand trial for treason. Probably not. Right, here it is. Number of arrests 00000. The WWF members, Jewish, everything, COVID, Nuremberg trials, all this. I mean, this is a different list, but it's similar to mine. Right here, this list is very similar to mine. I'm just saying, this is ridiculous. A true patriot, deep state actors within the intelligence community concocted a fault. Okay, good. Let's fucking see something. I want to see accountability. We want to see accountability. That's it. And yes, the greatest domestic terrorists and a few Repiglicans are all part of this disgusting deep state fucking bullshit. John Thune is in. He's part of it. Right? John Thune is just, God, that. It's just crazy to me that my own senator, Eric Schmidt, and my other own senator, Josh Hawley, aren't fucking at fist to fist, fist to cuff, throwing blows right now with Thune in the Senate. That's tripping me out. They should put that guy on the fucking trial and ask him what the fuck is he doing. The most important legislation to show that you're an American citizen and vote. That you are truly an American citizen. And then you can vote. That's the Constitution. And we have to have a fucking bill to be passed. And now it needs 60 votes. And there are some scrupulous, disgusting, heinous, insidious, criminal fucking Repiglicans and Demoncrats still prowl, slithering away in the freaking in Congress, our nation's capital. And they're just out there. So terrible. So terrible. Everybody's just saying do nothing. This was not a presidential administration. It was a crime spree. Yeah, absolutely. All of it was. The American people were waiting for just one Democrat to be held accountable for literally anything. I don't care who it is. We want accountability. We want justice. That's it. We want people to be held accountable for the obvious treasonous criminal activities that they've done. The fraud, the abuse, just tons of it. And nothing's fucking happening. Not a fucking thing. Right? And then, Pam's gone now, so, well, who's going to work on that now? Some guy that's kind of a fucking in-betweener, left and righty. I don't know who took over I forgot his name. But he's useless. Dylan should do it. Who's the assistant? Who is the assistant attorney general? Her name is Namood Dillon. Harmeet Dillon. She's a fucking powerhouse. Let her take the reins. This is the woman you want right here. She's a fucking stud, and she's gorgeous. I am such a sucker for brunettes. God damn it. Damn it. Little gray in there is cool. That's kind of cool. I'd love to see that. Harmeet K. Dillon is the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights just put her in, bro. Put her in, coach. Get her in there. Okay, people? Just get her in. That's it. This is the one you want. And just turn her loose, man. Let her fucking do her thing, bro. She shouldn't have to depend on if Trump says anything anyway. They're supposed to be somewhat separate. The Department of Justice should be, in their own terms, doing what they need to do to protect the American people. That's it. That's what they're there for. So if she feels it necessary, if she is the acting AG, or if she becomes the leader of the Department of Defense, she needs to go in and get. She needs to start going through that list. And I'm going to say for sure, start with the J6 committee, and then go right after Fauci. All right. But like I've said in the past many times, Trump knows he got played by Fauci. He knows now more than ever. I know he knows. I've seen his expression. He doesn't bring him up in it. Doesn't talk about it. He doesn't praise the vaccine anymore. He got fucking played. And so has many other presidents in the past. Fauci's, like I said, he's been one of the greatest pharmaceutical industry salespeople on the planet, period. I mean, this guy has gotten people to buy shit that and take stuff that in most countries would kill billions of people, which was their goal in the first place. To kill 2/3 of the planet's population and hoard the rest for themselves. The globalists, the like 12 or 13 families that are out there that pretty much run the planet, right? But that's the person I would put. But she definitely needs to fucking jump in. It's not going to be good if she goes. Dude, you got to hang on to her. She is huge. She knows what's going on. She knows. I don't think she's afraid either. You could see the difference. And I'm going to show you again. You could see the difference between her and what the frick happened to my... Oh, here it is. You can see the difference between her and you could feel the difference, you noticed the difference, and you could sense the difference in strength when and what's that called? Sincerity. When Harmeet speaks, you can feel the sincerity and the fervor in her voice. When she's going after something, she's a hunter. She's a fucking. I never felt that from Pam Don. I just think she was just. I don't know. She's just. I hate to say this, but she gave me that just bimbo thing. I don't know. Just never really did it. You know, and during that one hearing, but you guys are trading stocks. You know, what? What the fuck does that have to do with Jeffrey Epstein? Like, totally changed the subject. Going through her folder, she's not it. I know she's a good friend of Trump's. I know she's been loyal. I know she's done a lot. But she doesn't have what Harmeet has. Harmeet has the fucking strength. I think she has the power to make it happen. Hopefully he'll give it to her or keep her involved. Let's just say it. But do not get rid of Harmeet. Do not get rid of Harmeet. All right. So, like I said, there's just so much going on and so many things that could happen, but I need to take you back to reality. Okay? I'm going to take you back to the reality of what Joe Biden was, Kamala Harris was, you know, what Democrats just did is highly illegal. This is interesting. This guy I've watched a few times. He's probably going to get a commercial. He does a really good job. There's a bunch of them before that. A bunch of videos. Meaning, those are all the blue states, obviously. All right. I don't know if he's going to explain this, but I'm going to do it anyway. You have 54 House of Representatives, or excuse me, Electoral College. You have a lot of. How many represent? Let me just make sure. I was not for electoral colleges. I was not for, but I am now. And the reason is because you have, listen, some of the major cities with the most population, right, could easily take over based on the population. And we're talking California, blue state. Washington, blue state. Chicago, blue state. Right? New York, blue state. Just their votes alone, the popular votes, could win, which means it would have to lean in that direction. But the rest of the country that have different views, different interests, farmers, hunters, Second Amendment people that want to, have their own water, rainwater, and use it freely as they want, and be able to plant a farm in the front of their house, the back of their house, and anywhere they want. The way it should be. And those people wouldn't have a say because they're in rural areas. The Electoral College was created to make sure it's fair. And I know it doesn't sound fair, but it's fair because if you just have the popular vote, look, if you win the popular vote and you win the electoral vote, that's fine. If you lose the popular vote and you win the electoral vote, let's have, maybe we should do it. No, I don't want to fucking do it again. the founding fathers created this anyway. Let me see. The Electoral College. Electoral College explained. All right. Electoral College is a constitutional process for electing the U.S. president, not a physical college. It consists of 538 electors allocated to states based on congressional representation, requiring a majority of 270 to win. Must states use a winner-take-all system, pledging all electors to the statewide popular vote. It kind of really doesn't explain it, though. Let me see if I can get a video on it. A quick video. All right, here's one here. It does. Just it does. So here's the thing. I'm going to say this and then I'm good. I'm probably missing a few things. Anyway, I want to see that fight between Carano and I'll get to that. So I want to what I want to happen, okay, is I want somebody to throw a fucking Demoncrat in jail. That's what I want. We wouldn't be here. This nothing. If Pam Bondi would have just any one of the J6 committee members, anybody, Ray Epps. You guys know who Ray Epps is? The guy that was telling everybody to go into the Capitol, and then we found out that yes, he wasn't a freaking an asset of the FBI at the time under the illegitimate Biden administration. Yeah, he was. Of course, he was. So what I'm saying is, if it might be too late. If they can do it now, they might just make it, and somebody might get handcuffed. But you'd have to set the trial date, give them like 90 days. So I think we're fucked as far as seeing anybody of any stature, of any party, being thrown in jail for J6 for the 2020 election or anything of that nature. Because Pam just pretty much fucking farted it away. Everything. She was so fucking useless. I just gotta say. I just got to say. And you can praise her all you want. But this is the reason why we're here at the SAVE Act. is because there's nobody that was held accountable. Nobody's in jail. They can resign all day long. Let them resign, it's fine. But I want to see fucking prosecutions, right? What did I just say? Right? The most important one I want to see right now is fucking J6 committee, 2020 election, and definitely Fauci for the vaccine deaths, for sure. That's what I want to see. Russia hoax, of course, Benghazi, 100 laptops, that's piddly shit. And of course, Epstein files. I want to see some fucking, somebody. Other countries are actually prosecuting people from the Epstein files, but nobody has here. That's terrible. That's fucking terrible. There are some bad people left in this country that are still running things. Anna Paulina is. I gotta see this one. Wait, this is good. It's fucking crazy. Crazy. I'm gonna play it again. Anyway. It's just fucking crazy. Just, I gotta say this. I'm thinking of a kid that I knew becoming that guy, and I'm concerned about that. 5, 6 years ago, and I was there to try to. He needed that little bit of, maybe you want to do this instead, bro. You know, but I'm concerned about him. Hopefully he's cool, good kid. Man, it's just when you start going in these different directions, pronouns and all this other shit, you're just rattling your child's brain. You're just rattling his brain, and this is what you end up with that fucking dude. So, mark my words. So, get some Jesus, get some God, get something, right? I mean, just get a. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna. It's just. It's. I've been connected with God and Jesus and my Lord for a long time. I've never felt, and I've leaned on that part of my life, or that, and it is a part. As I said, there's like my primal self. I see a beautiful woman, I get excited, or I see a fucking a sunset, or I got to go to the bathroom. That's my primal self, or get a chubby, whatever. And then there's this conscious now self, me talking to you, everybody right now. That's the middle self. So there's the primal self, the low self, the middle self. And there's a high self where I'm feeling good. Everything's firing all cylinders. I'm hitting the golf ball good. I'm doing great at work. Everything's doing good. And I'm just in that really good place, which happens every once in a while. And then there's that part you can't control. There's that part that just, and that's where I give it to God. That's why God is so important in my life. Because I can't do everything. I can't control everything. I can't. You can do a lot. Saying I can is one thing, but God is always good. The aloha within us. Yes, that's true. Very good, Jordan. Absolutely. So what I'm really saying to you is, if you're out there and you feel a little confused, go talk. you don't have to go into church. You can go talk to a pastor or a preacher or somebody at just regular hours. Hey man, I'm going to come in. I want to just talk, and things are really strange for me. I've been doing this and this and that. It's not like confession. You're just talking to them, and they would be happy to help you. It's not their duty to do it. It's just they know they're doing it for the right reasons. And what I'm saying is it's okay. It's not. You're not hurting anything. You're not destroying anything. You're only showing that it's okay to be a Christian. It's okay to be a Catholic. It's okay to be a Mormon, right? If you want to be Hindu, that's up to you too. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard, she's Hindu, right? And there's some Muslims, I believe, that are in the the Trump administration, but they're not Sharia law. 6 pillar fuckers, right? Crazy fucks. No, they're not, right? There are people. I mean, whatever you choose, but if your family's around it, if you've been around it, just take just fucking God, please help her. Please beg of you, God, to help her, and just get her to be free, to just, and there's a freedom with it. I'm not bound by anything. I just know that God's got my back. He's not perfect at it. He's not great at it, but there's just nothing I can do, and I'm just going to keep doing my thing. And I'm fine. I'm fine. And I want everybody to be fine. I want you to be fine. I want everybody to be good. And I am good with God with that. And thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Right? No, Trump is not a Lord. He said the other day with that picture, the picture of him being like some kind of savior. It's a doctor. I think I'm a doctor in there, he said. Whatever. Whatever the fucking dude says. There's nothing you can do. Okay, and I also recommend everyone to watch this lady, Prometheus, right here. I totally recommend you watch this. This, Diana Block is gorgeous, by the way. I've spoken to her several times on the phone. And she's beautiful, and she's gorgeous, and she's with God, and that's fine. She's also vegan, and I don't think we'll ever hang out together, but she's a fantastic woman. But she also believes, and this lady here looks like my mom. I swear, my mom looks like this woman. But she'll give you you've just got to, let me see. Her name is Susan Kokinda. Susan Kokinda, look her up on Facebook. And she explains it all. She explains it all. Wait, where's Susan Kokinda? Alright, I don't know what the fuck that's about. I don't even know what I just clicked. Okay, whatever. Alright. Remember, NASA fake Artemis 2 didn't go to... What? What are you talking about? I think they went. I think they went. I've got a feeling that they did what they did. I don't think 57 years ago they had the tenth of the technology. I'm still questioning that. Then you had Francis Ford Coppola, who was like the greatest director, do the fucking thing. I understand what is it. This is from an aircraft, obviously, it seems like. Now, they do the pitch. There is that pitch where they move. Oh, come on. Are you surprised that if you're doing something of this caliber, and it's a little concerning to me, and I'm questioning it a little bit, if you're doing something of this caliber, of this magnitude, that you don't have a plane like this with the visual capabilities of their camera and video capabilities to show it in real time, right? Guess what? The Webb, what was that? The Webb telescope doesn't have any cameras on it. Interesting. So we don't know what the fuck it's doing. All right, let's see. Here it goes. It's going up. Oh, yep. There's the rudder of the wing. What does that say? Howdy on it. I think this is southwest. Well, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, that really doesn't mean anything. It does the tilt anyway. Right? I don't know how long it does that. It's going to do that anyway. That's always important. HRP has betrayed us. Send this out to fellow patriots. Watching know that it says Hawaii voters deserve both access and integrity. They are not competing. What is it? Hawaii voters deserve both access. Can you guys see this? Let me just grab this real quick. Here. What does that say? Hawaii voters deserve both access and integrity. These are not competing priorities. We can protect and convenience of mail-in voting while also making sure safeguards are in place so every legal vote is counted and public trust in mainland. No. The mailing ballot. What did I fucking say the other day? I'm going to show you what I said the other day. Here's what I said the other day. And why this isn't happening. It really is concerning to me. And I'm gonna put it up right here. Here it is. All right. I put this up the other day. Oh, did I posted it the other day. Photos of you? No. What I posted the other day, I think I just there's the fight coming up. Diaz and Perry, that's going to be a brawl. That's going to be a fight I want to watch. Perry's a fucking monster, but he's also brain dead too. They're both brain dead. They've both been beaten up pretty bad. I posted this the other day. The World Cup is coming to Kansas City. There's the girl in the video from Swallow. That's the girl in the video that was used and abused. Breaking news: Swallows goes down. That chick still got some good shit. Leonardo Joni reminds me of somebody. Funniest. It's the funnest. That is the funnest break in Hawaii to body surf. It could also snap your neck in a heartbeat. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, here's the poster. Did he say, I'm just a doctor? Whatever. He doesn't fucking care what you think. He just doesn't give a fuck. Oh, this is cool. This is right in front of my house. We had some Some good. Now, it's cool. I love thunder and I love lightning. I just fucking love it. All right. Let's see if I can get it here. Yeah, it's just like night. It's like daylight. That's how bright it is. It's so cool. Anybody's watching The Matrix, I wrote, man, has still got a problem with Ella Langley is a fucking talented, beautiful singer. That's all I gotta say. Nature of poisonous creatures. Yeah, that's true. Poisonous creatures will often develop bright colors to warn others of their toxicity. I cannot disagree with that. I cannot disagree with that. All right. Yeah. This chick was pissed. She was pissed. She loves Trump. She loves all of it. She drew the line with it. But there was a reason. The thing is, fucking Biden, the Democrats have posed, created dozens of pictures of Obama being Christ or the Savior and all this other shit. And now, for some reason, we're doing it. Whatever. What was that thing that I wrote the other day? I thought it was the smartest thing ever written on the planet. $50 trillion missing. Isn't that crazy? It's everywhere. Make malls great again. Oh, I forgot the T on this. Oh, shit. Hang on. What the fuck, Jim? Alright, ding dong. Alright. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, Swallows goes down. He goes down hard. Killers in their future. That was a good post. Recording. Just the two of us. Try climbing that a few times. I have. That's a good one. Where did I put? Anna Polina Luna. Breaking worst city council in Florida opened their season by praising Satan and Allah. Isn't that crazy? It was all created. Oh, look at this. Oh, love that wave. That is fucking awesome. Sorry you weren't able to see all this other shit. Craziness. Okay. I posted it. What the fuck? Whoa. This chick's serious. But her boobs are flying around more than her fists. And I think she knows that. That's why I posted and I said, it's time to start boxing again. Paulo Costa. Okay, this is I showed on the last one. Yeah. Anyway, I don't see it. I know I posted it. God, that woman's disgusting. What I posted was, and I'm going to do a little campaigning on that. Yep, see, I'm a sucker for brunettes. Did I post it? Or dishwater blonde. Like pure blonde, I don't know, it's kind of scary to me. I don't know why. That was one of the greatest fights ever. Carlos Gobal, just fuck. Had a broken leg. His ACL just blew, and the guy still won. Fucking amazing. Greatest fucking fight ever. Oh, look. I just did a long time ago. Let me see. Right here. This is it. I'm going to leave it with this. Why does this keep doing this? What the fuck is going on here? There it is. want to make this big so everybody can see it. Nope, not that one. Tell me you guys agree with this. Do you agree with this? Every 2 years, U.S. voting must be a U.S. paid holiday. Only if you vote. Only if you voted. So you get paid for the holiday if you voted. Or half the day. Just give them half the day, right? And that would fix it all. That would fix it all, right? And then make sure every poll is open from 8 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. 8 to 9. All of them. Mandatory. And make sure all of them are open and that there's ICE agents there. For sure. For sure. At each one. Because I'm not afraid to go. I am happy if an ICE agent is at my polling station. I am extremely ecstatic about that. Happy, 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 happy. But that wouldn't be the case in blue states, would it? Right here, people. Right here. Right here. This is the one. Yes, 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 yes. And I'm going to leave it at that. A lot going on. Aloha won't be on probably till next Tuesday or Wednesday. Like I said, if you want to come on, I don't care if you've been on the show, you haven't been on the show, whatever the deal is, you're welcome to come on, talk story, vent. It's a good place to vent. The people that used to be on here are probably all Demoncratic supporters now. A lot of them. And a lot of them still have TDS. Like I said, and I'm going to say it, and I want you to kind of take this to the bank because most of you won't. And I'll leave it like this. Trump is inevitable. We had to deal with the illegitimate Biden administration for 4 fucking years. It's the same thing with Trump. The only problem is Trump's administration, the Republicans, we're now realizing that a lot of them are in the deep state, in the duopoly, and that you're gonna have a lame duck president. You might have a lame duck president. If the SAVE Act doesn't go through, then that's it. It's over. Right? I'm just saying. Trump's done a lot of stuff for 2 years, and that's about it. And everything else ain't gonna mean shit. That's all I'm saying. All right, aloha. Thank you very much. Yes, Trump, you need to fucking open your eyes, brother. Sir, Mr. Fellow citizen of the United States of this wonderful, beautiful, great country. I'm going to say it to you now. John Thune has been sabotaging the Save America Act. If you don't know that, then you need to do something about it now. You need to call him out as the traitor that he is and has become, a bunch of them. Call these people out. And stop going after MAGA and Make America First people. Just fuck, dude, stop. Right? That doesn't. You need to focus where your power truly should lie. Upon the Senate, upon the House, within the realm of the Capitol. Right? The foreign leaders, all this other stuff. Just don't waste your time with the infighting. It's but your infighting should be John Thune. The Save America Act, if it doesn't pass, then we're fucked. This country will go down. And then, you won't be on